Imagine this: the lights go down, the octagon glows under the spotlight, and walking out is Bruce Lee, calm, focused, and dangerous. The roar of the crowd isn't just for a fighter. It's for a legend who stepped out of history and into the cage. What if Bruce Lee, the founder of Jeet Kune Do and the man who preached the art of fighting without fighting, had been part of the modern era of MMA? Let's explore what could have happened if Bruce Lee had fought in the UFC. Bruce Lee, the original mixed martial artist. Long before the UFC was born, Bruce Lee was already doing what modern fighters do today, mixing techniques from boxing, fencing, judo, wrestling, and kung fu. His philosophy rejected rigid styles, promoting adaptability, efficiency, and directness. He trained like a fighter, not just a performer. He studied biomechanics, nutrition, footwork, timing, and conditioning with the intensity of today's elite athletes. Many call him the father of MMA for a reason. How would Bruce Lee have trained for the UFC? Bruce would have embraced sports science. He would have used modern training camps, high-level coaches in BJJ and wrestling, strength and conditioning experts, and cutting-edge recovery methods. He might have trained with the likes of Georges St-Pierre, John Jones, or Demetrius Johnson. With his lightning-fast reflexes, incredible speed, and deep understanding of movement, he would have likely competed in the featherweight or bantamweight division, facing some of the most technical fighters in the game. Bruce Lee versus modern fighters. Imagine Bruce Lee facing off with UFC champions like Dominic Cruz, a chess match of footwork and timing. Jose Aldo, a striking war with brutal precision. Henry Cejudo, a test of wrestling versus flow and adaptability. Would Bruce have dominated? No one knows for sure. But one thing is certain: he would have raised the level of competition, brought innovation, and captured the imagination of fight fans everywhere. More than a fighter, a symbol. Bruce Lee wouldn't just be another athlete in the UFC. He would have become its most influential global ambassador. His presence could have expanded the sport even faster in Asia, drawn in philosophers and artists along with fighters, and elevated martial arts as both a science and an art. He would have spoken out about the spiritual side of fighting, the discipline it demands, and the deeper lessons it teaches. His charisma would have turned press conferences into philosophy sessions, and made him a beloved figure even among non-fans. A legend in the octagon. In the end, Bruce Lee in the UFC wouldn't just be about wins and losses. It would be about possibility. He would have proved that martial arts is more than fighting, it's a way of life. And in doing so, he might have inspired millions of young fighters to chase greatness with both skill and soul. The world would have watched in awe. Not just to see who he could beat, but to see how far one man's vision of martial arts cowl.